Good day. I am Virgilio Arco Honco Jr., Master Engineering major in ECE student of Cavite State University. We are now in Lesson 8 of the Complete AutoCAD Training course 2D and 3D. This is the Draw Command Part 2. The Part 1 was discussed in our Lesson 1. So, for the Draw Commands Part 2, we'll be discussing the construction line, the ray, polyline, multilines, polygon, rectangle, ellipse, spline, donut, arc, and region. So to begin with, let us start with the XL or the construction line. So this creates a construction line of infinite length. So infinite po yung length natin. So let's go to the AutoCAD. So X lines are useful for creating a construction reference lines and for trimming boundaries. So to begin with, let us type here X line for construction line. So our shortcut is XL, but for the first sample, we'll complete the command X line, then enter. So we are asked to specify a point or horizontal, vertical, angle, bisect, or offset. So let's start with the point. So let's start with the middle one. So I'll put here the point, our first point. Then we are asked to specify the throw point. So it means where will it go. So from our intersection, point of center. So let's say we put it here. So here, here. So we can make a different series of line. So this is an infinite line. So the point specify the location of the infinite line using 2 points. So through which it passes. So yung first point na our first point, then another point where it will pass again. So that is the sample of construction line using point. So let's try again another one. Okay, so let's put our line here. So the command XL, enter, then the point. So let's say put our first point here, then where will it go through? So here. So that's our construction line. So it's an infinite length. So usually we use this for bisect for trimming. So that is the X line command. So the X line is created through a specific point to another where it would go through. So let us erase this for the next command. So erase all, enter. So let's try again. XL, enter. Let's try the horizontal line. So we have a horizontal line. So we can put it here. This is the X line, construction line using the horizontal. Then let's try again the XL using the vertical. or we can type V for vertical. Then we can specify where will our true point. So let's say here. So this is our vertical line. Again, let's try another command. XL, X line, let us use the angle. So let's say we want it to have 45 or 30 degrees. Let's say 30 degrees. Enter. So that 30 degrees angle. So a construction line with a 30 degrees angle. Another XL. Let's try the. So for the horizontal, we create X-line passing through a specific point. So the X-line is created parallel to the X-axis, while the vertical, we use it X-line parallel to the Y-axis. Then the angular creates an X-line at a specified angle. So at angle of X-line, we specify the angle at which to place the line. So the reference of the angle from a selected line, the angle is measured counterclockwise from the reference. So let's say we try angle. So for example, we have this line. Then let us try to type XL, angle A, let's say 45 degrees. So from that point, we have 45 degrees. And let's try again another one as this is the reference point. So let's have XL, angle of 30 degrees again. So we have it the 30 degrees here already pala. Okay, next XL command, we have the bisect. So let us specify a angle vertex point. So let's say our vertex point is this one. Start point, let's say this one. So we can now make a construction line this is the reference. So that's how to use the bisect. So we can expand. So it creates an X-line that passes through the selected angle vertex and bisect the angle between the first and the second line. So the X-line lies in a plane determined by the 3 points. So that's why we have 3 points used here. Next, let us try XL. Let us erase it all first. E A all, sorry, enter. So let's say we create an XL offset, specify a point. So let us Let us specify a point from here. So from here, select a line object. Sorry, let us first put some line. So XL, let's create a horizontal here. Then let's have next XL, let us create a vertical line. Sorry, XL vertical. So this will be our guidelines. So in using the offset, so we offset a distance, we create an X line parallel to another object. So we will specify a distance, the X line is offset from the selected object, or we can create an X line offset through a line passing through a specified point. So let us try it again. XL offset, what distance, for example, we want a distance of 5. So from that 5, let us make an offset. So to the right, so we have a distance of 5 from this point to its right. Let's say we want it an offset to the left, so we just click the line, then click again to the left side of that line. Try again, click here, then we'll offset. Even if you click here, there will be a distance of 5 from its left. So the same way in a vertical. So upward, downward, so there's a 5 distance of 5 downward and a distance of 5 upward. Distance of 5 from the right and to the left. So our next command is using ray. So sorry, the command is ray. So let us type ray, enter. So we will determine a point, our start point. Let's say we want it here, somewhere here. Then, so the difference is that we create a linear object that starts the point and continues in infinity, unlike from XL where both sides are infinite. So this is by using ray. So just from like a ray of sun. So from this point, we're creating an line with infinite length. So the ray is extended to the edge of the display of our monitor in the direction defined by the starting point and the true point. So the prompt for a true point is displayed so that you can create multiple ways as what I am doing right now. So lines that extend to infinity in one direction is known as rays, so can be used as reference for creating other objects. So we have specified the start point, then we specify its true point. So we can create multiple rays from that point. So it can go in other direction, but we're just doing it downward. So I can put it also here. So next, our next command is the polygon line or spline. polyline. So let us type the command here, PL or polyline, Spline. So this creates a two-dimensional polyline. So we're creating, so as you can see, I can make a line of different direction. So again, let us erase it all to show us. So let us try type the command polyline. Enter, specify start point. So here and here, I can create here, here. So I can create, so that's, we're using our next point. So I can create an arc. So just like this. So that's an arc that we are creating. Or we can use by angle. So let's say I want an specify included angle of 30 degree. So where will I want to put this? I can hold where it is. So if I press Control, I can change the direction. So enter. So let's try again. PL for Spline. Specify this. PL start point is here. So when I choose the start point, let's say I want to use half width. So we are asked the starting half width. So let's say I want it to be 10. Ending half width is 30. So that is a 10 by 30. So it's too big. So let's undo it. So our starting half width will be 5 with ending half width of 10. Enter. So that's how we create the polyline. So as you can see, I'm not using, and let's say half width of 20, then I want it, the ending will be 0. So that's how we create half width. Then by length, let's say specify the length of 20. So that's the 20. let's say I want to use the undo, so I'll just undo what I have done last, so backward. So let's say I want the width, starting width is 5, ending width is 10. So let's say I want to use an arc. So I can use this polyline in drawing different shapes, different arc segments or line. So we just specify the start point and the next point. So I can use also center. We're gonna specify the center of the arc. Let's say I want the center to be here. So that's why the center of the arc is here. And there. So I can use this in doing this. So we have different the direction. We can specify what inward direction it will be created. So let us erase it all. Our next command is multiline. So let's type mline or ml for short. So start point will be here. So as you can see, we are creating two line using just like in Polyline, in our Polyline, but this time we have two lines being created. So let us close it. So as you can see, it has been closed using that in that direction. Again, PL for Polyline, then specify a start point here. Sorry, why did I use Polyline? We are already at Multiline. So ML, not Mobile Legend. So we can specify start point, justification, scale, or style. So let's say we want the scale of 5. So start point. So as you can see, I have widened the two lines being created. Then let's try to close it. Close, enter. So That's using multiline. ML. Then let's try using justification. Enter justification type at bottom. Then close it. So we have done multiline. Next, did I miss anything? The style. So let's type question mark. So we are prompted to what type of line we are going to use. So we haven't yet done any style. So let's move to the next command. Multiline edit. ML edit. So in here, let us type ML edit. So as you can see, we're given a tools. To use a tool, click the icon. Object selection must be performed after the tool has been selected. So let's say I want to draw an open cross. So select the first line here. We are editing a line. So let's say this, and the second line is this. So I have created an open crossing. Again, let us try it here and here. So the intersection has been opened. Also here. It's a close intersection. So that's how we use the edit. So that is ML edit. So let's try the cross. So let's say this is the first object and this is the second object. Let's try and do it. So again, ML edit. By the operation. Okay, we use ML edit close T. So we should be specific as to what we are trying to create. So open cross. So let's try again another command. So we are now in multiline style, ML style. So let's go back here. So let's say ML, what's the command again? I forgot. Multiline ML style. Okay. Style. Enter. So we are given here multiline. So our multiline have a standard. So let's create a new one. So let's name it ML line 3. So let's start it with the standard. Continue. So our M line 3 has two lines. So we have 0.5 and negative 0.5. So let's add offset of 1. Let's have it a color of red. And let's allow it to be okay with so our line type is by layer. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so we have 3. Let us modify this. Let's add another one. With an offset of negative 2 with a color of blue. Okay, so I have created M line 3, so let us use it. ML M line so excuse me. Multiline. ML style. Let us use this. Okay. Then ML. Oh. So we can now have style. Then we can use the style name ML3. So here, I think I did not save it. So we have M line 3. Sorry, I have it misspelled. It should be MLIINE 3. MLIINE 3. So from here, so there we have our multiline with a different style. Then close it to have like that. Next command is the polygon, or pol for short. So erase it all. So the command is pol. So enter number of sides. It could be, let's say we have 8 for octagon. So let us specify the center of the polygon. So let's say here. So we can have it inscribed in a circle or circumscribe about a circle. So let's say we have it inscribed in a circle, within a circle. So specify the radius. So just imagine that we have a circle within that octagon, outside that octagon. So the circle is outside, so the octagon is inside the circle. Again, pol. Let's say we have 8 again, but this time we have it here, the center. Circle about. So the circle is now imaginary inside our polygon. So let's try it again with a different approach. So pol. Let's say we have 8. Specify the center. Let's say we have the center here. So inscribe in a circle. Let's say we have a radius of 20. So that's inside a circle. Then let's try again. Pol. We have 8. Specify the center. Let's put it here. Circumscribe about the circle. So the radius is 20 again. So as you can see, the circle is inside the 20 radius circle is inside this polygon. So that's why we have a bigger octagon here. Let's say move it. You can see it's larger. I'm just showing you that we have a larger octagon created. Okay, next command. So in the polygon, we can use from one size to 1024. So I have used 8. We can use 3 and others. So next command, rectangle. So I can draw on the command line, let us type rect for rectangle. Enter. So we can specify the first corner point here. Then the second point is there. Again, rect or rectangle. Then I have it here. Here. Again, rect. Let's try to use chamfer. So let's try to do a rectangle using chamfer. Let's say the distance is 10, 10, enter. So first corner, specify the first corner point. So from here, then our second corner point will be here. So that's our chamfer. So again, rect, enter. So automatically we're using now a chamfer. Once we are drawing a rectangle, it's always have a chamfer. So to return it, so let us type again rect chamfer 0 0. So we have a normal rectangular again. Next, let's try rect using fillet. Specify the radius, let's say 10. So our first point will be here. Second point is here. So we have a rounded edge rectangular shapes. For example, we are using it in in our table. So that's how we use fillet. Again, let us type rect fillet. Let us just have only 5. So from this point, first corner point, second corner point. So that's our fillet. Rect using fillet, let us return it to its normal 0 0. So we have now a rectangular shape back to its normal. So we can define its thickness of rectangle. Let's say we have it 20. 20. Again, rect first corner point here. So let's try using it by area. Let's say we have it an area of 50. Length of 5. So that's an area of 100. Again, rect example here using area of 100. Calculate the rectangular dimension based on, let's say, in its width of 10. That's our rectangular base on base by using uh, the rect command using the area. Again, rect, specify the first point here. Let's say we have used dimension, specify the length of the rectangle. Let's say we have it 50. Width of the rectangle is 30. So from that corner, from that point, we can now draw it 50 by 30 rectangle. Okay, next command will be ellipse. Let's erase it all. Ellipse. EL, or let's use the shortcut. So axis and so specify the axis endpoint of ellipse or the arc center. So the axis endpoint will be here. Specify the other endpoint of the axis here. So we can now draw ellipse using that way. So again, EL, enter, using from here to here. So then we'll specify the distance to the axis. So let's say the ellipse that shape. So that's how we draw ellipse. So again, another way, using an arc. So specify the axis endpoint of the elliptical arc. So from here, specify the other endpoint of axis here. Specify the distance or we can use by rotation. So that's the way, using rotation. .45 degrees. So that's 45 degrees has been excluded from him, from our shape. So next command, spline SPL. So the command is SPL, enter. So first point, enter the next point. So we can draw a spline. And close it. So we have closed our spline. So again, SPL. So there are different ways. So let's try the method. Enter the spline creation method. So let's try it by fit. So that's how we draw spline. And close it. So that's how we draw spline. Next command, donut. So the command line is do. So specify the inside diameter. Let's say we have it as 5. And the outside diameter is 20. So that's our donut. Again, let's try again another donut. We have it 10 and 20. So our donut will be like this. So that's the donut. Next command. So we're just in a donut, we're specifying the inside and the outside diameter. Next we have arc. So A is good for arc. Excuse me. We have A for arc. So from here, specify the second point of arc. Again, let us do one. Let's erase it all first. All. Enter. So we have A for arc. So specify the start point of the arc. So let's have it from here. Then the second point of the arc, let's say from here. And where do we want it? So that's an arc. From this point to that point. Again, let's have the snap mode on. So arc, the first point will be from here. Second point here. So it's using a 3-point method. Arc, let's say specify the center. Specify the center of the arc. Let's say we have it here, the center of the arc. Start point of the arc will be here. End point of the arc again. Arc, we're using center. Start point of the arc. End point of the arc. Oh, I made it wrong. Mistake. So A for arc. Start point of the arc. the end point of the arc will be here. So that's how we do arc. Next command is region. So we have region, select an object. So as you can see, I have selected these objects, then enter. So I have created a region. Okay, to better explain this region, let's erase this first all. Erase all. Then let's draw a polygon. So to make this, as you can see, each point, each segment is separated. So they're all individual. So using region, let's try reg, enter, select the object. So we have this, 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 and this. Then press enter. So if I click it this time, it is considered as one object now. So that's how we use region. So now that I'm clicking these objects, it is considered as one object. So to return it to its individual segment, so the command is X. Sorry, X. Wrong spelling. X. Upload. Enter. Select the object. So I'll just click this. Enter. Now you will notice it is separate again. So they are now individual. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something. Done. So see you again in our next lesson. Thank you for listening.